you know, I received some news that I might have cervical cancer. So I'm not one of these YouTubers that's scared to go churchy. Get God in your life.
What's good, PGC Squad? It is currently September 27th, and I'm here at my OBGYN. I have a cervical exam, I guess you would say, because when I did my women's wellness, it was some abnormal cell growth or some shit. So I'm not stressing about it. It's in God's hands, and God has a final say-so, and God has spoken to me, and He has told me that it is nothing to worry about. And so that's just that. I just have to leave a pee sample because I think I had a UTI. I did an STD test, gonorrhea, chlamydia, all of that came back negative, so that's good. We're finna see. Let's get undressed. So let me get undressed and what's that for? Yeah.
Y'all just seen the clip, and honestly this video is gonna kind of be a bit hectic, so I'm gonna try to break it down and help you guys understand as much as I can. But that snippet that y'all just seen was me at the doctor's office, and I'll get into that. But before I get all the way into that, today is currently October the 2nd, and I found out that Flash had passed away. Now listen, if you are a true supporter of mine, a true OG, because I know that I do have a lot of new supporters. Y'all know me, Yanni, Flash, and DC. We all used to be in this one-bedroom apartment of mine, running up content, going on road trips together, going live, just being silly and funny. And he passed away, and the biggest thing is just I had to give my condolences to the families and just the people that's heavily affected by this as well. Keep DC uplifted. Moving on from that, I'm about to do my makeup because I'm about to leave out because Tim's birthday and he has a celebration today. So it's just a lot that I have going on, but I wanted to kind of share some things with you guys. Just kind of like an update as well, so y'all can kind of get to know what's been going on with me, because a lot has been going on with me and I just haven't been speaking on it. It's been so much, so I don't even really know where to start, but I'll start with this. I was having some issues with my area, so I kind of figured that, you know, it was either BV or a yeast infection. And I know a lot of people like, be careful soap that you use. I tried that. The detergent that you use for your clothes, tried that. Be careful with the underwear. And just, I done tried everything, switching up the diet. I always get either BV or a yeast infection after my period. Like, my hormones so messed up and off balance. So I called up to my OBGYN and I scheduled an appointment. And I like, oh, well, it's time for you to have a woman's wellness check anyway. So, do you want to do that? I'm like, okay, yeah. And then y'all can still kind of like, you know, test for BV and, you know, other things of that nature. They was like, yeah. So cool, fast forward, y'all, this, and just try to stay with me because honestly, it's kind of like a fast-paced story. I'll go to the doctor's office. They do my woman's wellness as well as they check me for any type of STD or anything like that. It's pretty normal, you know, with your symptoms, itching, stuff like that, in the smell. So they test, but I already kind of knew that it was like BV or something, but still, there's nothing wrong with knowing your status, baby, at all. So they tested me, took a urine sample, blah, 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 blah. So the doctor, she calls me back and she's like, it's basically BV, blah, 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 blah. She's like, well, we need to schedule an appointment for I swear I thought she said a colonoscopy. So I'm like, a colonoscopy? Okay, this is the OBGYN, but whatever. They scheduled the colonoscopy. I ended up scheduling another appointment to get my labs done that day and totally forgot. Mind you, I could have did both. I could have got my labs in because they're in the same vicinity. Like, my doctor's my OBGYN, it's all in the same vicinity. Literally, like, all I had to do was walk downstairs. And it was set like an hour apart from each other. So I totally forgot, got the labs done. So the lady calls me, she's like, you know, you missed your appointment, but we can schedule it for a week later. I'm like, okay, cool. So they scheduled it that following week on Tuesday at like, I want to say 10 a.m. or something, because I always do my doctor's appointments early in the morning. I love getting it out the way. I hate just sitting and waiting around. So I had already made in my mind that because I have to go under the anesthesia with the colonoscopy, that I was just gonna have to push my surgery back, because I'd rather know about my health first than go and get a BBL. Like, that comes first. So cool. So she calls me and she's just like, hi, the doctor said, can we push back your colonoscopy? I swear she said colonoscopy because she's not gonna be in. So I'm like, okay, in my mind, I'm like, clearly this is not important, or clearly it's not something I need to be worried about, maybe just part of the women's wellness checkup that they do at this office. But I'm like, I said, well, I have a surgery coming up and I'm going to be going under anesthesia. I'd rather just not. And she was like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah, it's fine. I mean, the doctor's already pushing it back, and you know, I'm not having no issues back there. So she's just like, like, are you sure? I'm like, and she kind of said it like, are you sure? Like, are you sure you're not having any issues? I'm like, yeah, I'm sure. So cool. Fast forward, I end up, and y'all, this is nothing but God. When I tell you guys, God's timing, and I know a lot of people have been hearing me talk about God a lot more on my channel because I just feel like, honestly, a lot has been going on and it's been placed in my heart. I needed to tap back into God on my channel. Like, God has did too much and so much for me to not include him here, like in the midst of one of my biggest blessings here. So, sorry, I just had to say that. So I ended up having to reschedule an appointment with my OBGYN probably like a week later because the medicine that they gave me for the BV, I felt like I was still having symptoms. Mind you, y'all, yeast infection came back negative, gonorrhea, chlamydia, trichomoniasis, my HIV, AIDS, hepatitis, herpes, what else was it? They tested me for a whole bunch. All that stuff came back negative, but the BV. So I'm just like, hey, I don't know what's going on, but I'm still experiencing symptoms. I don't know if I'm like immune because your body can't get immune to medicine. So like, I don't know if I'm immune to this BV medicine, but it's not working. So she's like, okay, cool. You can come in right away to be seen, but you're not gonna be able to directly with the doctor. You have to speak with the nurse. I'm like, that's fine, like, as long as you can get me in. So we set the appointment. I go for my appointment, of course, and I be seen. I got seen. And so I'm talking to the nurse and I'm telling her about the last time I was here and what they tested me for and how I'm still experiencing symptoms and tell her just a list of things of what it might be. And she goes and look at my chart. She's like, oh wait. She said, oh wait, you had some abnormal cell growth when we did your women's wellness check. And I'm just like, okay. I'm like, what? She was like, you need to get in seen right away because this is something that could be potentially dangerous. I'm like, hold on, pause. I said, when was y'all gonna tell me this? She said, we did. It looks like the nurse tried to schedule a colposcopy is what it's called. It's called a colposcopy, I believe. So I'm like, I thought she said a colonoscopy, and when the doctor had scheduled it, I just figured that it wasn't that important. And so she's like, no, like, you know, these could be just a normal cell. It could just be a normal cell because of, you know, the BV at the time, maybe. Or she was saying that it could be a sign of cervical cancer. So you guys, instantly, y'all, my heart just dropped. I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, listen, ma'am, I have surgery coming up. So what do I need to do in terms of this surgery? Do I need to cancel it? She's like, well, get you in. I said, well, I've been going on under. I'm like asking her questions back at this point because I'm terrified. So I'm like, do I need to cancel my surgery? Will I be going under anesthesia when y'all bring me back? And so she's basically describing to me what they're going to do, and it's just kind of like a regular. She's basically saying it's like a normal pap smear, but they use a special type of light and glasses, and they put like vinegar on your cervix or your vagina or something like that to try to see if a lot of white cells pop up. And if a lot of white cells pop up, then they'll have to nick at it to try to get, you know, the cells to come out to get like a sample. So she's saying it could potentially hurt. And she was saying, like, you know, if it becomes something that's unbearable, can't take it, then we'll definitely try to numb you, but you should be fine. So I'm like, okay. So at this moment, I'm freaking out. You know, I received some news that I might have cervical cancer. Or my main issue, she ended up just prescribing me a different type of medicine. So I go, and that night, I just remember just fear, the Uber ride home fear, and feeling sad, and I just told myself I don't have to go through this alone. So I started to pray, and I was just like, God, I need peace right now. Whatever the outcome is going to be, it is nothing I can fight alone, or at this point really worry about. So at this point, I am giving it to you. And baby, let me tell you something. One thing about God, babe, one thing about it is two things for sure. When you choose to have faith, not when you're forced, not when you feel like it's just the right thing to do and I'm just gonna do it because I know. When you truly choose to believe in God, baby, he comes so clear. The messages are so clear. And I swear to this day, I put this on my mama's heartbeat. God said, you have nothing to worry about. You are totally fine. There is nothing that you need to worry about. And so, you know, of course, me being human, did I second guess it at some point? Yes. But I told myself, you know what? If God said it, then that's what it is. I'm like, I need to share this information. I need to call my mom. If something's up, don't do it. Don't tell nobody. And it wasn't that, you know, it was more so, don't tell your mom. Only person that needs to be in this space, because y'all, I didn't have my appointment till the next week. So it was a whole 7 days of sitting in this house thinking about, I might have cancer, battling that. And so I basically just told myself, I basically just prayed on it, and I asked God for that peace and things. And it was clear as day that You are fine. But while you are going through what you are going through, you don't need to speak to nobody. And I know a lot of people just like, huh? Let me tell you something, baby. There is life in the tongue. And I might have said, you know what, God said it, so that's what it's gonna be. But other people can speak negative on your situation, can bring fear into your heart. You get what I'm saying? So I didn't tell nobody. I just went through it every day. And every time that I felt weak, I prayed on it. So I go back to my doctor's appointment for the actual colposcopy. A whole week later. And that morning I prayed and I asked God to remove any fear, any doubt, and just bring peace. And that's exactly what I went into that doctor's office with, was peace. And so sure enough, the devil was trying me. I got there early. Mind you, y'all, I am not the person that gets to anything early. I do not come 15 minutes early to anything. I will always come literally 2 minutes or a minute before. I hate waiting. I get there and I'm early because I'm ready to get it over with. And the lady goes and tells me, just to let you know, Dr. blah, blah, blah is running late today. I'm like, hold on. I'm like, come on, for real? I'm like, how late? She's like, I can't tell you, but it's like 4 other people in front of you. Instantly, I'm like, okay, I'm annoyed. But I told myself, nope, I prayed for peace, so that's what I'm going to have. You're going to have peace. I thought, like, girl, you're gonna have peace. You got peace. Prayed about that. Again, I'm back, cause you know, sometimes you gotta re-say a prayer. Sometimes, anytime you fall short, baby, you get back right with God. So, start praying again. Cool, finally, my doctor gets me, she was like an hour late. My doctor gets me and brings me to the back. And they tell me to, like, you know, get undressed and she'll be in a moment. They kind of ask me, you know, take my vitals and things of that nature. But she was late as well to come in and doing the damn colposcopy. So I'm just sitting there for 30 minutes, mind trying to race. If she tells me that she needs to numb me or that she needs to nip more at it, then it could be a possibility that it's some abnormal cell growth. And maybe I should be concerned. But she went down there, put the thing inside, she swabbed it with vinegar, and she was just looking, she was like, yeah, you look fine. I can't really see any cells down here like that. Everything looks perfectly normal. Y'all, when I about kicked that lady in the face because I was ready to praise, I was ready to get my praise on right there. So, I just don't think people understand how hard it was, that battle. And that was something that I went through, not alone, because I had God, but for the first time I went through that battle with just me and God. Okay, y'all, sorry, I just had to give it a moment. It's just, I'm not gonna come up here, make it seem like I'm sad or I'm hurt. The real thing is what I'm trying to teach today is faith, believing in God. I don't think nobody understands how powerful it is. And I'm not saying that when you believe in God, that your life is just gonna be easy and things is always gonna go your way. No, but things is gonna go smoothly and in your favor. You might not like it, but with God by your that battle that I was fighting, that shit was crucial. That shit was real. I encourage everybody, get your woman's wellness, get your checkup, go to the doctors, because God forbid it would have been something that was, you know, too late or whatever the case may be. Okay, y'all, so I had to cut the camera off because I had a moment. But when God says something, no man can say any otherwise. And y'all, I don't know how to put this without saying it. Trust in his word. I'm not one of these YouTubers that's scared to go churchy. Get God in your life. Y'all see all these people who got all this shit that they ever wanted and still ain't happy. Your cup still ain't full. Your soul still ain't full. You wanna know why? Cause you don't got God in your life. A moment, cause baby, I was one of them people. I started walking without God. I forgot who brought me to this point. So 2 days ago, I had to put in my close friends that I need a trainer because, and matter of fact, to all my fan pages, comment down below if you're watching, comment down below if y'all want to be added to my close friends. Because I love y'all. Y'all really my babies. And I know y'all not going to snitch on anything. So I've been considering that too, putting my fan pages, like my day one fan pages and my close friends. I've been asking my close friends about a trainer. And somebody did recommend me one. So basically, my doctor informed me that I am over my BMI. And if I actually want to get this BBL surgery, I need to lose weight. Because if not, they're gonna cancel my surgery. And for the people who don't know, your girl does not vape anymore. I am 2 months clean from vaping. Clean. God is so good. And because I stopped, you know, that addiction, my doctor did tell me that when I stop vaping, I'm probably gonna gain a little bit of weight, because usually you substitute smoking for eating. When you're bored, you'll try to eat. And I have been snacking a little bit more than usual lately. So that's that. But gonna get me a trainer, and I'm going to work out with him and get it going. I'm super excited. I'm probably gonna take this wig off and change it to a brown, because I don't know if I'm feeling this. I might just put the brown wig on, because I don't know if I'm feeling this one. This is what I just want to say to you guys. Walk with God, trust in him, have faith, and please get your woman wellness checkup, ladies. I mean this. Like, I need to go. Because honestly today, it's a lot that's been going on. It's a bit everywhere I'm in, and I know this video is probably everywhere, so I'm sorry for that, but I need to just go sit down real quick because I'm having a moment. So I will see you guys possibly at the party. If I don't pick back up, then it's the end of this vlog, or this the end of this get ready with me. This is how it came out. Bye.